Have you ever felt like life's setbacks are holding you back from becoming the person you're meant to be? Maybe you're at a crossroads, questioning whether your mistakes define you or if they can somehow pave the way forward. If this resonates with you, let me tell you, this is your chapter of transformation. Today we'll explore John C. Maxwell's incredible book, Failing Forward, Turning Mistakes into Stepping Stones for Success, and uncover how embracing failure can unlock the next great chapter in your life story. Your struggles today might just be the seeds of triumph tomorrow. Failure is a word that often carries shame, fear, and regret. Many of us see it as a wall that stops us in our tracks, an obstacle too big to climb, but Maxwell invites us to flip the script entirely. He reminds us that failure isn't the end of the book, it's simply a page we must turn. Each mistake you've made holds a lesson, a message, and a direction waiting to guide you toward growth and resilience. It's not a standard of avoiding failure, but redefining its role in your story. Life is like a book, and every chapter has its ups and downs. Some chapters are triumphant, while others are filled with setbacks that challenge our core. Maxwell teaches us that it's the messy, failure-ridden chapters that shape us the most. They are the ones that teach us how to persevere, how to adapt, and how to grow into the person we're destined to become. Even the hardest pages can lead to breakthroughs we never imagined possible. One of the most powerful takeaways from Failing Forward is this: failure isn't a reflection of who you are. It's a moment in time, not a lifetime sentence. Maxwell challenges us to break free from the mindset that equates failure with defeat. Instead, he urges us to see it as a necessary and valuable stepping stone. When we embrace this perspective, we unlock the potential hidden in every setback. Imagine writing your life story. If every chapter was smooth sailing, how engaging would it be? Maxwell points out that it's the challenges, the trials, and yes, the failures that make our stories worth telling. They add depth and richness to our personal journeys. Without these struggles, the victories wouldn't feel as rewarding or meaningful. For many of us, fear of failure can feel paralyzing, like a shadow that looms over every decision. But Maxwell encourages us to reframe that fear as an opportunity. What if failure wasn't something to avoid, but a teacher guiding us toward our greatest potential? Think about that for a moment. It's a shift that could change your entire outlook on life. Maxwell shares countless real-life stories of individuals who face significant failures, only to use those experiences to propel themselves forward. From business leaders to athletes, he illustrates that the path to success is rarely straight. It's marked by detours, setbacks, and learning curves, all of which contribute to their ultimate triumphs. One of the key lessons from the book is the importance of taking ownership of our failures. Maxwell argues that blaming others or circumstances only keeps us stuck in place. When we own our mistakes, we take back control. We give ourselves permission to grow and transform the narrative of our lives. In the context of your own life chapters, think about a time when failure felt overwhelming. Did you let it define you, or did you use it to fuel your next move? Maxwell's book pushes us to ask these tough but transformative questions. It's through answering these that we begin to see failure as an essential part of our journey. Another powerful concept Maxwell introduces is the difference between feeling backward and feeling forward. Feeling backward keeps us rooted in self-doubt, regret, and inaction. Feeling forward, on the other hand, is about learning, adapting, and continuing the climb, even when the climb feels impossible. Maxwell emphasizes that failing forward doesn't happen by chance. It's a choice. It's a decision to see failure as feedback, as a way to refine your approach. It's about asking what's the next right step, rather than dwelling on what went wrong. Each forward step becomes a victory in itself. When we look at our lives as chapters, we realize that no single failure can define the whole story. Maxwell teaches us to view setbacks as temporary, as moments that add dimension to the overall narrative of our lives. These moments, though painful, are essential for growth and success. What's fascinating is how Maxwell ties personal growth to perseverance. He reminds us that failure often strikes right before a breakthrough. The key is to keep turning the pages, even when the plot seems bleak. Your breakthrough could be just around the corner, waiting for you to push through. The book also dives into the idea of persistence. Maxwell says that persistence isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about learning from each failure and adjusting your approach with each new attempt. That persistence can lead to breakthroughs you never thought possible. Maxwell's lessons apply to every area of life: relationships, careers, personal goals. Whatever chapter you're navigating, there's a takeaway for you. Maybe you're facing rejection, struggling with self-doubt, or questioning your purpose. Failing forward offers hope, clarity, and the tools to move ahead. A failure can also feel lonely, but Maxwell assures us that it's universal. Everyone fails. The difference lies in how people respond to it. Will you let failure isolate you? Or will you let it connect you to others who've been through the same? Sharing our struggles often lightens the burden. Maxwell's writing is a reminder that the most inspiring stories, the ones that move us, are never about perfection. They are about people who fell, got back up, and kept chasing their dreams. This could be your story too, one of resilience, hope, and triumph in the face of adversity. As we reflect on our own chapters, we start to see how failure often brings clarity. It strips away what doesn't work and points us toward what does. Maxwell calls this the gift of failure, a counterintuitive but powerful idea that transforms how we view mistakes. Another standout lesson from the book is the importance of surrounding yourself with people who encourage resilience. Maxwell stresses that a supportive community can make all the difference when you're trying to fail forward. These connections can inspire you to keep moving. The idea of resilience is woven throughout the book. Maxwell shows us that resilience isn't just bouncing back, it's bouncing forward. It's about using the momentum of failure to propel you toward something better. Each setback becomes a stepping stone for something greater. Sometimes, failure feels like the end of the road, a point of no return. But Maxwell reframes it as a detour. It's not the final destination, it's a redirection. And often, those redirections lead us to places we never imagined. These moments shape the next chapters beautifully. Think about the moments in your life where failure felt like the worst-case scenario. Now imagine what would have happened if you hadn't let it stop you. Maxwell's book is filled with examples of people who turned those moments into catalysts for growth and success. Maxwell doesn't sugarcoat failure. He acknowledges that it's painful, frustrating, and often disheartening. But he also shows us that the pain of failure is temporary, while the lessons it offers can last a lifetime. Each painful moment is an opportunity in disguise. One of the most empowering ideas in the book is that you don't have to get it right the first time, or the second, or even the third. Success is often the result of multiple failed attempts, each one bringing you closer to your goal, shaping you along the way. Maxwell's insights are deeply practical. He gives actionable advice on how to shift your mindset, how to learn from mistakes, and how to keep moving forward even when the odds feel stacked against you. It's a guide for navigating life's toughest chapters. The book is a call to action for anyone feeling stuck. It's a reminder that your mistakes don't define you. Your response to them does. You have the power to write the next chapter differently. What matters is the choice you make in the face of adversity. Failure often feels like a detour from success, but Maxwell shows us that it's actually part of the path. Without failure, there's no growth, and without growth, there's no meaningful success. Each step forward brings you closer to your dreams. As you navigate your own life chapters, remember that each setback is a setup for a comeback. Maxwell's message is clear. Don't fear failure. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it to propel yourself forward. Each stumble is a chance to rise even higher. Let failing forward inspire you to take risks, to dream big, and to see failure not as the end, but as a vital part of your journey. Every chapter of your life, even the challenging ones, is worth turning. The story is only complete when you embrace it fully. So, as you write the next page in your story, ask yourself, how will I choose to fail forward? The answers may surprise you, and they might just lead you to the most exciting chapter yet. A chapter you'll be proud to call your own.